Hey y'all, hey, it is your girl, Coach Tuka. All right, y'all, listen. Let's get this party started, okay? I'm like ready to talk about this. This is day five in a series, apparently, that I'm doing that I did that God led us to, all right? We've been talking about this since Sunday. Why it is that you are doing all the things that you cannot get that scale to move. The weight will not. It can't come out. Hey, Alicia, listen, it can come out, but it just hasn't. So if you are here with me watching live, say hey in the chat and tell me, listen, I want to know. We're just coming straight out the gate with it. For my people who are here live, when life gets to life, and you know that day, what is your go-to, this right here gonna hit and make me feel good snack? All right. You can go and drop it. Drop it in the chat if you're here with me live. No shame, no condemnation, no guilt. What is it though? All right. If you are here live, I want you to say in the chat, tell me the truth and shame the devil. What's the thing? Hey, Sherelle. Hey, Miss Joyce. Hey, Jerry. What's the thing that when life gets to life in? Okay, Alicia said candy and popcorn, girl. I think mine was ice cream and cookies. Okay. Ice cream and cookies. Now, before I go on, I just want to say this. If you're watching on the replay, say replay in the comments. So later I'll be able to show you some love. When we get off here, if anything I say blesses you, please share this with somebody you know, okay, who about to go eat something that they ain't got, you might save them, all right? This might be the very word that save your friends, the people that you love, all right? So before we get into this one tonight, let's talk about what we've been talking about all week. So all week, we've been kind of breaking down why the weight is not coming off, even when you're really doing your very best, you're trying, right? So we talked about eating right and not seeing results, and how it's not just about the food, it's about the way you are functioning in life. On Tuesday, we talked about eating late at night. We talked about snacking at night, late at night, and how that has really more to do with how you manage your emotions and how you are overwhelmed emotionally is what's the cause of that, and not necessarily hunger. And then yesterday, I told you the honest to God truth. You're not tired, but you're also not ready to change either, because you are managing symptoms, not really solving the problem. So, here today, I want to talk to you about kind of the root of everything that makes all of this make sense. I said, let's kind of tie this together. All right. So, a lot of us, I've heard people say things like, I am an emotional eater, I am addicted to food. And I want to tell you something. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. You're not addicted to food. You want me to tell you what you are addicted to, though? You are addicted to escaping. You want an escape, all right? So when you do not rest, get your proper rest, just rest could be just taking time for yourself. Do you know, just like laying on your couch with your phone on D&D, minding your business, is that's rest, okay? So rest, proper sleep, boundaries, any kind of relief or breaking your life when it's just constant go, 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 go. When you don't build rest and things to protect you in your life, then you keep on turning to food, because what you hope is that it's going to fix what's really something that's emotional, is mental, and is spiritual, okay? I want to explain it to you more. So you really don't want, like, you don't want, somebody said it was popcorn and cookies, right? Somebody said vanilla ice cream and chocolate chip cookie. I said mine was ice cream and cookies. We some cookie monsters in here, ain't we, boy? We got chocolate chip cookies and chips, Cheetos to be exact. We should just eliminate that entire aisle in the store, okay? We should just never go down that aisle, okay? So the truth is, you don't want those things. You don't want the cookies. You don't want the ice cream. You don't want the Cheetos. You don't want the chips. You don't want the popcorn. You know what you really want? You want to feel safe. That's what I really wanted. All right. So we are using food like it's a security blanket. Okay. That little snack, y'all gotta admit, be honest now. Tell me if I'm telling the truth now. Then tell the truth. The snack is like a little safe spot. When we finally get the thing, there is this little warm, comfortable feeling. Hey, Veronica, that we just feel, okay? When I would have a really rough day, when somebody has gotten on my last nerve, all right? And the only thing standing between them and getting this verbal read is the fact that I read my Bible and I don't want to get in trouble with the Lord. Okay. When somebody has got on my last nerve and I'm just like, Lord, let me just give me some cake. Okay. All right. When you are there, the snack is really a safe place for you. It's like a warm fuzzy. Y'all know it's like a little it's like a little cozy pair of slippers. That's right. It's comforting, Alicia, for all the wrong reasons. It's like a warm blanket. It just feels so good right then. All right. Here's what we've done. Okay. Because I want to teach you something. You have trained your brain to come into agreement that food equals comfort. You have trained your brain to believe that food means comfort. So when the world gets, we say life gets to life in. The world is loud. There's a lot going on. Stuff is happening, coming at you every which way. Your brain starts, I told y'all, this brain is smart. It's adaptable. It's designed to make us efficient. So your brain is like, uh-oh, we in trouble. There's trouble on the home front. Okay. A false feeling of satisfaction because when the cookie's gone. So your brain is like, there is trouble on the home front. Okay. So your brain immediately starts to look for where can we get some relief. You understand that? Your brain is so efficient that it is designed to keep you safe. And immediately when we start to feel this discomfort, our brain is like, oh my God, let me find something that can relieve this discomfort. And if food has always been your don't nobody talk to me, nobody ask me for nothing, this is my moment for me. If food has always been your thing that you go to, then you're going to go to it whether you're hungry or not. All right. So I never want to teach you something. I told you the truth now. You're not hungry. You're looking for something safe. That's the truth. All right. What I want you to know is that you are uncomfortable, you are in pain, and your brain is immediately scanning like, what can we do to stop the pain, to stop the discomfort? What can I get? And if it's always been food for you, you're going to go there. It's going to be your immediate go to. All right. So here's what I want you to do the next time that comes up in you, because we are human. And as you do life, we all are going to have those moments, sometimes multiple times a day. We're going to have those moments where life is life and things are loud and coming at us incredibly fast. I need you to do this. I need you to just take a moment. Stop. All right. And ask yourself, what is it that I really, really, really need right now? Sometimes your answer is not this snack that you're reaching for. You don't need the ice cream. You don't need the popcorn. Sometimes you need quiet. Sometimes if you are a mother and you have people who you have made some people, okay, and they call your name on repeat, sometimes you don't need a snack. You need some silence. Hey, Shanice, you need some silence. You like, stop calling my name. I'm changing my name. Who done said that before? I'm not mama no more. Don't call me no more. And you try to go to the bathroom to get a little break and they don't care. Okay. They come right behind you. So maybe the thing you need is some silence, some solitude, some time to yourself, some space. All right. Where there's nobody there who needs you for anything. Because we are the go-to, we the heart of the home. We're the go-to people. Don't nobody know where nothing is. Don't nobody know. Daddy could be sitting right there. Okay. I don't know if my husband has ever signed a field trip form. Don't know. Don't think he has. I don't think so. So sometimes you need silence, you need space. Maybe you need support. All right. Maybe you just need like, can somebody help a sister out? Hey, it's too much. But if we never stop and say, okay, what is this really about here? All right, because it's not about the ice cream, it's not about the popcorn, it's not about the chips. It ain't about none of that. All right. So you got to ask yourself in that moment. This is what I'm telling you. You got to get to the root. You got to get to the root of the thing because your little ice cream, your chips, your cookies, this is what I learned. It ain't nothing but a temporary band-aid. And when you finish with it, it might feel good in the moment. Oh goodness, did it used to feel good in the moment? Okay. But you feel terrible when it's over. You're like, man, what are you doing? Why can't you stop doing this? And I know for sure this is a Trick of the enemy. Hey, Nikki, Miss Thompson. I know this is a trick of the enemy. It's a trick of the enemy. All right. To get you to believe that you can never have the life that God told you can have, even though it's right there in the word. The enemy wants you to doubt that it's possible for you. So he wants you to sit there and watch it be true for somebody else. And then you start to believe maybe it's never going to happen for me. All right. So the answer to break it is you have to just stop. So that when you, okay, here's how it go. Life to life today. They didn't call your name. Somebody at the job tried to talk. Don't know how you used to be. Okay. Don't know you pre-deliverance. Okay. And they didn't came too close to the line too many times. And you about to show them you're not the one, two, or the three. All right. But because you didn't say nothing, you get out of work and you be like, you know what? I'm about to go give me some, whatever your thing is. Right there. In that moment, right there. When the thought comes, see, we can't shush that thing down and don't say nothing. Right there in that moment, when the thought comes, you gotta say, okay, hold on now. What is it that I'm really hungry? Maybe it's a conversation. Because some of us have not learned how to have uh mature adult conversations. We've not learned how to verbally express our boundaries in a loving way. So maybe it's a conversation you need to have. Maybe you need a day off work. Maybe you need a bubble bath. Maybe you just need a nap. Maybe you just need to watch your favorite show. I don't know what it is. Maybe you need to go for a walk. But your crave is something else you're looking for. So just know in that moment when it happens, I want you to say, oh, hold up, I know what this is. I'm uncomfortable right now. All right. And my brain is trying to make it stop. My brain is trying to give me some relief because our brains were designed to help us operate efficiently. Right? The brain's just trying to make it stop for you. And cookies normally do it. But we're going to say, you know what? It's not the cookies this time. Let me think. What is it? Maybe you need a new job. Mm. Maybe you need another job. Okay, but if you can't do that, maybe you need to have an honest conversation with somebody in love. I ain't talking about them, I ain't talking about one of these honest conversations. And another thing, not that one, a conversation in love. Maybe you need to create some boundaries. All right. But you would need to stop right there in that moment. Say, okay, what is it that I'm really looking for here? All right. Got it. So I want you to think about what that thing you're craving. What is it? It's not food. Okay. If y'all know, y'all can drop it in the chat. Okay. Here's the second thing. You are tired. See, when you get that craving, you're really tired. You're really exhausted. Okay. You're not hungry, but the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't know how to rest. You think everything that needs to be done got to be done by you. You think you're the only one that God created to do everything. You think everything that needs to be done right now. And you think that everything that needs to be done needs to be done by you. You don't know how to rest. You don't know how to say, you know what? I'm going to create a block of time for solitude, for peace of mind, for myself, and nobody's going to die. They're going to figure out because we think we're the answer to everybody's prayer. Okay. So the truth is you don't know how to rest. I'm going to tell you the truth. When God made you, he didn't stop making people who can do his will. You weren't the last one. I wasn't the last one. So if you don't do it, people are so incredibly genius. Guess what? They figure it out. They figure it out. Okay. So you don't know how to rest. That's really it. You're not feeding your body. You're feeding your exhaustion. You're feeding your fatigue. You're feeding your overwhelm. You're feeding the fact that you're tired. You have worked and worked and worked and worked and served and cooked and helped everybody, wifed, parented, shown up, served in the community, done all the things. And now you are tired. I told you yesterday, on a scale of 1 to don't nobody ask me for nothing else. You are, don't nobody ask me for nothing else, tired. And you don't know how to rest. So you're tired, and instead of resting, you go grab some food. Because why? Why you do it? Because food is fast. It's quick. It'll stop it right now. It'll give you a warm, fuzzy feeling right now. You might have to plan a day off. All right? So food is fast. You like, just fix it right now. You know what else food is? Familiar. It's comfortable. It's familiar. It don't ask you for nothing back. It don't talk back to you. Okay. But here's how we're gonna turn this thing around. Okay, I'm gonna change it for you. What one of the things you have to do is build rest into your day on purpose. Rest ain't always, let me take the entire day off. Rest could look like, let me just give myself 5 minutes to just breathe, reset. I'm not talking about 5 minutes of scrolling. I'm not talking about um, snacking. I'm talking about, come on, we don't know how to do this. Being still. 5 minutes of just being still. You ain't got to read nothing. All right. The word says what? Be still and know that I am God. So just be still. That's rest. All right. Have a defined cutoff and starting time for your day. Create a routine that allows you to wind down in the evening and start your next day the night before because you went to bed. Not just crashing out on the couch with a bunch of snacks. All right. So just be still. All right. My life changed when I started creating 2 days. So in my community, I teach something called I theme out the days, and I teach this in my VIP community. So in the Success Squad, we teach how my Saturdays are called Slow Down Saturdays. It's not that I don't do anything, but I do a whole lot less than I do the other days of the week. It's just a much slower day. My Sundays are called Serious About the Sabbath. I don't pack a lot of things until I got to kind of love you for you to give me somewhere on a Saturday or Sunday. I'm sorry. I no longer go to everybody's everything. All right. I slow down. Those are the days I'm very serious about, spending time with my family. We talk, but this is not this passing talk. We got to go somewhere talk. This is sit down. Let's look each other in the eye. Let's talk through some things. Sunday, I love me a good couch nap. All right. This last week I was doing the 7 day, the 7 day get back right challenge and did not get a couch nap. All right. So you have to build rest into your day, into your routines. I teach you that in the Success Squad. All right. So we're not crashing out on the couch. We're going to get us some routines so we can get some rest. All right. So the third thing I'm going to tell you, my third point. All right. The reason I know you are not addicted to food, but here's what you addicted to. If you're addicted to the escape, and here's the third thing I want to tell you. If you don't replace your method of escape, what you consider an escape, you will keep going back. You will keep returning to it. Here's the honest to goodness, keeping it 100 truth. Your cravings will continue to keep coming back until you find a better way to deal with this. So if your cookies, if your potato chips, if your popcorn, if your ice cream continues to be the way you deal with what you're trying to escape for, if you don't learn how to process your emotions in a healthier way, if you don't learn how to create boundaries in love, if you don't learn how to limit access to you and give some people no's, all right, then when these things hit you, number one, your cookies, your ice cream, your cake will become the go-to thing. We have made food our reward, our little secret therapist. Okay, it's like a little therapy session. It's like a Cracker Jacks box and a therapy session wrapped into one. It's a reward and a secret support system. So here's the thing. You cannot fight, and this is what I always tell people who say, first of all, I don't allow people in my program to say they are emotional eaters because we can have whatever we say. So if I say an emotional eater, then I am that. All right. But discipline by itself is not enough to fight your emotional eating. Discipline by itself is not enough. You're going to have something else that you run to. All right. Could be your Heavenly Father. Okay. You're going to have to replace it with something else that you run to. So the problem is, we'll say, I got to be stronger. I did this with the Oreos. Okay. I was like, come on now. You just got to be stronger. You just got to stop doing it. Okay. You just got to make it quit, Tanisha. Going harder, being disciplined, it's not going to work. You're going to have to replace it with something else. All right. So these are the things I know for sure. And what I have replaced my cookies, my ice cream, my cake. Number one is my word. Okay. When I'm about to be who I used to be. Okay. Because I live in Mississippi. So there's a part of me that's, yeah, I sound very Southern, don't I? It has changed. I've been for 30 years. But I'm from St. Louis. Okay. There's a little remnants in there. And when it come out, I asked my father to help me now. But please don't let me do it like I used to do it. Okay. Please. I never been a fighter. I ain't never threw hands too quick. But the verbal assault used to be a master. Had to heavily pray my way out to get delivered. Had to pray my way out, y'all. So when I feel that triggering me, I'm immediately on my face. I'm like, Lord, help me. Because they don't want it, I don't want it, and you don't want it. Make it stop. So you're going to have to find another go-to. All right. My other go-to is that I have a solid squad of people. I keep a squad, y'all. And they vetted, they real, they true. They like, baby, they the truth, okay? Talking about we'll pray it down off of you, girl. So I have community. I have people around me, all right? They can talk me off the ledge. All right. They can talk me away from the Oreos. So it's my community. All right. I have coaches and I got friends, but I got supports around me. You welcome, love. I got support around me. So this is why I got two communities you can be in. One of them free. No cost. Free. Got about 90 folks over there. Hop on in there in the Ready Set Habits. All right. We do have a VIP community where we dig into some of this stuff deep. You need help managing your time? We got you in the Success Squad. You need help you decluttering your house, decluttering some people out your life. Oh, that's what we're doing in the Success Squad. Okay. Has a very reasonable monthly price. $29. Where they do that at? Okay. So readysethabits.com. All right. So you don't have to do this by yourself. Here's what we do that stresses us ourselves all the way out. We have expectations of our friends, our family, and the people who we do life with. We think they ought to know. Like they should know I'm tired. I often watch, I love a good documentary. And when I watch these documentaries and the women disappear, it's not funny, but the women leave and people say she would never leave her kids. Baby, you don't know. You have no idea. All right. But what I do know to be true is that the root of that is that you think that you expect people to know what you need. You haven't learned to express your needs and deal with them in a healthy way. All right. You got to have people around you that you trust enough that you could be vulnerable enough to say, baby, they better not push me because I'm close to the edge. All right. So you got to be in community. So for me, is my word. Okay. All this work, me and this prayer, me and the Lord have done it. Okay. He delivered me every day, more by and by. Okay. And we not going back. We're not going back to what we used to do. All right. But then on the heels of that, I have people who keep me accountable. I have people who will check me. Y'all, I just had a situation a couple of weeks ago. And it was a little conflict that I was having with somebody. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. And when it happened, and I felt the old me, okay, like, what you're not gonna do is play with me. I called my friend. Okay, not the one that's gonna be like, yes, girl, let's ride. Not that one. Not the one that's gonna say, let's ride. Not that friend. Okay, not that one. Gonna get us in a lot of trouble. All right. But the friend's gonna say, hold on, wait a minute. Let's look at this from a different angle. And what she said to me was so powerful because what I was talking about was about how somebody educates children. I won't say I was a perfect teacher. I was far from it, but I was very good at what I did when I was an educator. Okay, still good at it. All right. And what I was doing was I had made up a whole story. I had my own version of the story that if it was me, if it was my classroom, it would have been done like this. And my friend said, hold on now, wait a minute now. Don't do that. Don't do that. First of all, you're making up things. Okay? You're making up stuff. All right. Second of all, you're assuming some things to be true that you don't know if they're true or not. So here's what you ought to, how you ought to approach it. You understand what I'm saying? But some of us will just let that thing keep rolling around in our head, just keep playing in our head. We'll call a friend, the one that's like, girl, let's ride. What you need to do and what we got to do. And then next thing you know, you so upset, you so exhausted, you so emotional, you laid up somewhere with a bag of cookies. All right? So you gotta have sound counsel, good community around you. All right. So listen, if you tired, I mean, the next time you have one of these moments, I want you to think of me and say, Tuka told me she had something for me, okay? Tuka told me how not to do this. Then first of all, the cookie shouldn't even be in your house. But second of all, okay, these are things that we teach over there. Second of all, I want you to pause and say, okay, what's really happening here? And what is it? What's the pain? What's the discomfort my brain is trying to protect me from? So you're not addicted to food, all right? But you are addicted to the way that you tend to escape things. And I want to help you be well. Okay, we're gonna lose weight in the community, but we got to be well beyond the weight because if we're not, we're gonna gain it all back. All right. Our life won't support the new body we ask God to give us. All right. And we'll be right back where we started if we don't deal with some of these other things. All right. So if you're tired of doing it by yourself, okay, and you're ready to start peeling back some of this emotional weight, this physical weight, of course, but emotional, mental, relational weight. First of all, type I'm ready in the comments and stop doing this by yourself. Okay. I'm telling you, I have never done anything that has taken me to the next level of my life by myself. I've always had a coach. I've always had a solid accountability support crew around me. So you don't need more food. You don't need more snacks. What you need is more peace of mind. You don't need another plan. All right. You do need to put a place. You need a place where you can go to process what's really happening. All right. So you can look at that thing for what it really is because food has become your escape because you never felt like you had a choice. And I'm telling you that now you do. You don't have to escape. You can actually heal. You can heal that part of yourself that uses food to help us feel better. All right. So Ready Set Habits is the community. And if you come to the free community, some kind of way I'll get you to the paid community because I don't have a link right now. Okay. But listen, I love you. I'll drop the link in the description. That's what I do. I love you all the way to life. I really, really mean it. From the bottom of my heart, it's nothing. We ain't got to keep living like this. We don't. I'm telling you, I've been through it. Come with me. I can get you out. I can get you out. All right. I did all of it. I bumped my head enough for all of us. All right. I love you to life. I really mean it. Not a single thing you can do about it. Okay. Couldn't change it if you tried. Could not change it if you tried. Guess what? I love you enough to help you be well beyond the weight. I love you enough to help you be the best version of yourself because when you get better, everybody attached to you is going to get better. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing, amazing evening.